Tommy, a 3-2 win against AFC Totton this afternoon. You must be delighted with that.
Yeah, not just the result. I think the manner of it. It wasn't one where we, I don't think they can feel aggrieved by the result. They're going to be probably disappointed by their performance, but I felt we were well worthy of that. Obviously, people might get a little bit clouded, if you like, in terms of the end where we were under a lot of pressure. But if you look at the game as a whole, I felt we were the better side. I felt we created more clear-cut openings. I felt we looked more dynamic. I thought, bearing in mind the quality of their attacking players, I felt we restricted them to not that many opportunities. And as I say, going forward, I thought we looked really dynamic. So I think the only thing from my perspective, when I look back, at the end, perhaps we should have been, should have made more subs, got fresh legs on, but sometimes you're reluctant to sort of change things too much. We were very deep at the end, and we did have to absorb a lot of pressure, whereas perhaps we should have been a bit more proactive and tried to stop things at source a little bit more, and then it might have been a bit more comfortable in terms of seeing out the game. But that's just a minor thing, and that's from our side of things, not the players' side of things. I think the players are brilliant and deserve every credit.
The game turned on those 2 goals in the second half from Olaf Kozella in the space of about 3 minutes. Just how big was it to get that second goal straight away?
Yeah, I mean, we felt we were a bit unfortunate to be behind at half time. I felt we were probably the better side in the first half and had 2 or 3 reasonable opportunities, and then again had restricted them to not an awful lot, and then suddenly there's a what we would say looked a fairly sort of soft goal, and suddenly we're behind. So we the players at half time are are frustrated by that, but what we spoke about is just not to feel sorry for ourselves and just regroup and have a bit of a belief that if we reproduce the levels that we did in the first half in the second half, then we'd have a good chance of getting it back. And Olaf's he's always Olaf and Shaq are just really sharp in their movement, sharp in their thinking. Olaf's really unbelievably on the top of his game at the moment. So yeah, no surprise really to see them playing in the way they did.
A word on Wayne Robinson as well. He got the 3rd goal, 2 goals in 2 weeks for him as well.
Yeah, and again, not just his goals. I mean, he started, he started on the left-hand side. We felt that was some, bearing in mind the physical power that they have. We felt it was important that Wayne was on the pitch, and I just thought, in the first half he was causing them all sorts of problems. He's a really good all-round player. He's powerful, but he's technically very good. He can run, and he can certainly finish. So, hopefully he's enjoying his time here. He's settled in well, and he looks like a really good acquisition.
No Jordan Ngalu today through suspension, but Matt Hughes came into the centre of midfield. A word on his performance?
Yeah, I singled him out after the game in terms of when I spoke to the players, because he hasn't quite gotten sort of seamlessly in terms of him, because we've sort of played him out of position, played him as a wing back, and he's been left out a couple of times. And what you're looking for in that situation is someone that's going to show a really good sort of attitude to it, not sulk, not let it become too sort of demoralised. And you saw today he's playing in a position that he's very comfortable in. I thought he was exceptional alongside Corby.
Gerard Benfield as well back in goal. How big a boost was it to have him back? Yeah,
it just gives us a presence. At the end we were bombarded, weren't we? Balls in the box, corners, free kicks. And having him there, just really good. I mean, Noah brilliant last week. Jez has come in this week, and again very commanding when he needed to be.
Brilliant. And we've talking about home form as well previously. I think that's 3 wins and a draw, isn't it, so far this season at home? So are you pleased with how the home form is?
Yeah, and also the crowd. I mean, I don't want this to be taken in any way sort of negatively, but I didn't think Totton brought that many supporters, and we had good numbers here today. I'm just hoping that the people that are coming, word gets round that that it is worthwhile coming down, and the numbers can just keep going up, because if we can get 6, 7 and even start pushing it on even more, it makes a lot of difference. I've played here for quite a few years, and I've obviously managed here now, and I've seen 400s, 300s, 400s, and so if we can keep pushing it up, it just makes an awful lot of difference. The atmosphere at the end, the way the crowd are, I say it all the time, but it's just a really good environment for the players. So hopefully, like I say, word gets round and a few more people come down and have a little look at it, and then suddenly, you're growing something, which is what we're trying to do.